Sure, very good morning to all. So, all my dear students, we will continue our science, and as we already have completed chapter number 1, that is crop production and management. And most of the students have submitted their online assignment like hard works and even exercise. And those have submitted, we have given them marks also. All students here I am requesting to submit their chapter 1 hard works and exercise on WhatsApp. On my personal WhatsApp number you can send with the help of PDF. You will make PDF file, don't make images. Don't take images only. Please make the PDF file of chapter 1, that is crop production and management, and send to me on my personal WhatsApp number, so I can go through it and I will give you marks out of 10. So each and every exercise, each and every hard works, we are keeping marks. So if you are not submitting, it will be considered as 0. So submit on time. When you are seeing this video, within 2 or 3 days you get to know that how many students have seen this video, and on the basis of that we will give you marks. Okay, some students are seeing for the few minutes and telling that we have not seen. That is not acceptable. So once you have seen this video, means whole video you have to see, and what we are speaking in this video, please follow it and try to submit all the assignments, writing work, your homework in the sense exercise, hard works, everything, and submit with the help of PDF file. And on that base, we will give you 10 marks. So here your activity based, that is suppose you are submitting your hard works and exercise, that will consider 10 marks. So out of 10 marks will be given, and those are not submitting, we will keep dash over there, means they have not submit. Okay, so please submit everything on the time, whichever we have given to you. Even Google Meet I have given chapter 1 hard works and exercise. So please submit. Some of the students are very good, so they have submitted everything on time, and we have given marks also. And those who have not submitted, please submit it. Once again my request, please submit on my personal WhatsApp number. Okay, so that is MAHESH sir is there, so that you can search in the group also, so that you will get. So here already, if you know that on Saturday on Google Meet we have continued our science with another important chapter, that is chapter number 2, Microorganisms, front and forth. Now sometimes, as you all know, that microorganisms are very microscopic, very small, so we are not able to see with our naked eyes. So for that visualization we need microscope. We need microscope, and then only we can see this type of microorganisms. So for the visualization and for the identification, we need microscope. So then only we can see the different type of microorganisms. Now sometimes they are our friends also, means they are helping in different ways. So that also we will discuss by useful microorganisms. In that topic also we will discuss. And another thing, they are our enemy also, they are our foe also. So in that also we will have some discussion. And the topics which I am speaking regarding this chapter, you please concern with this page number 25. We are on chapter number 2, microorganisms, find and fruit. So here, first of all, the question arises: what is microbes? What is microbes? So microbes are generally microorganisms. So another name, microorganisms and microbes. Microbes singular and this is plural. Okay, so they are very microscopic, they are very small. So with the help of microscope only we can see. So with the help of naked eyes, by here millions of bacteria are there, millions of microorganisms are there. So we are not able to see them. We are not able to see them. We are not able to identify them. So what we will use? We will use microscope. So we will use microscope. And when we use microscope, under the microscope, on the particular magnification power, we will see the types of microorganisms. So here, types of microorganisms. If you know that, there are mainly two types of microorganisms: unicellular and multicellular. Okay, so these are the two main types of microorganisms we have to study. Even it will come in further standards, like 9th standard also it will come, even in 10th standard also, then even you go for the 12th standard, this will follow you. So basic must be clear. So here unicellular, multicellular, two types of microorganisms. So uni means what? Here what is mentioned uni? Uni means single. They are single cell microorganisms. They are single cell microorganisms. So they called as unicellular microorganisms. Now multi means what? Multi. Multi means more than two. More than two cells. More than two cells. So they call as a multicellular organisms. And even 6th standard, 7th standard, this word you are familiar. So here multicellular and unicellular, multicellular. Unicellular we can take example already when you see the textbook, it is there. Unicellular, they are, we can give example of amoeba, then paramecium, euglena, chlamydomonas, then trypanosoma. So different type of microorganisms are there, amoeba there. Okay, the spelling of amoeba say AMOEBA. Okay, AMOEBA, amoeba. Even paramecium, then another we are having euglena, then trypanosoma. So different types of unicellular microorganisms are there. So here multicellular. Multicellular means what? All the plants are there, plant species. Then we have animal species, then mammals, even human beings, birds, reptiles, means any amphibians also. Amphibians means those are living on land also and on water also. So here plants, animals, human beings. So we are also human beings. Okay, human beings, different mammals, so they are multicellular. Multicellular means they have more than cells. In my body, thousands of cells are there, millions of cells are there. WBC there, RBC there, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, even different microorganisms also there. Okay, so that also we will discuss. So here you must be clear, two types of microorganisms, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular means what? They are having a single cell, and multicellular means what? They are having more than two type of cells. Two cells, okay? So that is multicellular. Examples you will be giving as unicellular means amoeba there, paramecium there, euglena, trypanosoma, many are there, and multicellular organisms, different type of plants, animals, mammals, human beings, even birds also. So they are having multicellular organism. So here these two things are clear, unicellular and multicellular. Okay, now another topic, if you have seen on page number 25. So here the person who has find out microorganism first time, that is scientist who find out the microorganism first time, that is he was from the Dutch. That scientist, that is Antony, remember this, Antony van Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek, it's a W-E-N, Leeuwenhoek. Okay, so it's a W-E-N-H-O-E-H-O-E-K. So Anthony Van Leeuwenhoek. So Leeuwenhoek. So this is the scientist, the Dutch scientist who has given the term that is microorganism. The first cell he has found, described by him, the scientist from Dutch. The name of the scientist is Anthony Van Leeuwenhoek. Anthony Van Leeuwenhoek. I can ask in MCQ also. Even I can ask you in dictation also. So whenever the dictation will be conducted, listen everyone, please come here. Chapter 1 and 2. I will conduct dictation. Of 10 marks. So that will be, I will come online. So that time I will ask you. So chapter 1 and 2, dictation 10 marks, and 10 words I will give you. Even I can give you 20 also. So 5 marks from chapter 1 and 5 marks from chapter 2. So that 2 chapters dictation will be conducted, and that is your activity. Okay, so that is your activity, and this marks will be kept in your record also. And when you complete your work, when you see this video, I will get to know that who has seen this video, and on the same day, please submit this. Make the PDF file of this words and send to me on WhatsApp. Okay, so I will check online and I will give you marks also. So this can be done. So this can, I will anytime I will conduct. So this will be surprise for you. Even I can give you in YouTube also. In YouTube I will speak 10 words, 20 words, and when you will see this video, that time you will write down. Okay, so that can be done. Even I can come online also. If online I will come, that time you also will write. So this is about the dictation. So now another thing that will continue our topic. So the scientists who found the cells and the microorganisms. So the name of the scientist is Anthony Van Leeuwenhoek. And another thing about the microorganisms, the study of microorganisms is called microbiology. The study of microorganisms, the structure, the functions, and their effect. So that can be done by study. Right now we are studying science. The science also divided in many branches, many sub-branches. Science has microbiology, biotechnology, botany, zoology, even instrumental biology. Then many different branches are there. Even medical science, many branches are there about science. So here also one of the branch of the science, that is microbiology. So microbiologists deal with the study of microorganism, and person who study this microorganism, they call as microbiologist. Person who study this type of microorganisms in the microbiology, we call them as microbiologist. Clear? The two terms are clear. First is what? Microbiology, and second is microbiologist. Microbiology means what? The study of microbiology, the study of microorganisms. The study of microorganisms, that we call as microbiology. And the person who study this, the scientist who study the microorganism, we call as microbiologist. So these two terms, first the types of microorganism, two types of microorganism, unicellular, multicellular. Then the person who discovered the cells or the microorganism, the name of the scientist is Anthony Van Leeuwenhoek, and the study of organisms we call as the science, the branch of science that deals with the study of microorganisms we call as microbiology. And the person who or the scientist who study microorganisms in the field of microbiology we call as microbiologists. So I think this type of terminology is clear. Now we'll go to the another topic. We'll go to the another topic, and that already we have discussed. So that is, where do microorganisms live? Where do microorganisms live? So here the simple answer is that where do microorganisms live? The simple is that microorganisms are everywhere. Okay, simple answer. Where do microorganisms live? Here, this I am talking about. Where do microorganisms live? So microorganisms found everywhere. Everywhere. You will get anywhere, even in muddy water, even fresh water, even in the air also, even in water also, even on mountains or anywhere you will get the microorganisms. So they will survive. They will survive anywhere. So that's why, where do microorganisms live? The microorganisms will live everywhere. And for that, the special mechanism they are having, each and every microorganisms. Suppose I will take example of the virus, the pandemic is going on, that is coronavirus. Now coronavirus is very dangerous, you all know that. And the side effects, the severity of the coronavirus, that is also one of the microorganism. Now, so simply we can say from where we will get the coronavirus. So coronavirus will live in the environment. Okay, when we sneeze, if the person is affected by corona infection, when he sneeze or when we touch the body, means already there that the droplets are coming out, and that droplets will come into our body. So then it is considered as cyst. SYST, cyst. So they are protecting themselves by making one internal environment, cyst, and they are staying there. So it is an environmental condition by forming a hard covering. Each and every microorganism, they are forming one outer covering which protect them. So suppose we are having clothes. So clothes are protecting us. And the same way, this word, the cyst, that is outer covering which protect the microorganism. Okay, so they are suitable, they are existing, they are surviving in any of the environmental condition. And by protecting the cell, by protecting the inner material which is there in the microorganism, so that is, they are making one outer cover that is called cyst. Now cyst, generally it is a very hard cover. Very hard cover means any of the antibody, any of the medicine will not neutralize directly. So it will, that's why doctors are giving us course. So today you can take medicine morning, then you can take medicine afternoon, then you can take medicine evening. So that's why some doses are given. So slowly the numbers will decrease. So then we can cover this outer covering of the microorganism, and then we can destroy them. The same way we are using nowadays the coronavirus vaccine, COVID. Okay, many vaccines are available nowadays, but Indian vaccine that the people are using, so sometimes there is some adverse effect also, some only. So that is just negligible. So here, so they are making the cyst. So our topic is what? Where do microorganisms live? So microorganisms will live everywhere because they are forming the environmental conditions and protecting their body by making this type of one protective area, and they will survive. So this is some answer regarding this, where do microorganisms live. Now another topic. So very interesting topic we are going to discuss now, that groups of microorganisms. You can see the major groups of microorganisms. Now there are 5 major groups. There are 5 major groups of microorganisms. That is just short form I am giving you. This is B, V, P, A, F. B, V, puff. How to remember this? B, V, puff. P, A, F means puff. B, V, puff. Okay, so that is the method to remember. So here it is for the bacteria. Second is for viruses. P for the protozoa. A for the algae. And F for fungi. Okay, so these are the 5 major groups of microorganisms: bacteria, viruses, protozoa, algae. Okay, it's a pronounced like algae, and the last is fungi. Some students are speaking fungi also. So it is not correct. The pronunciation is fungi. Clear? So bacteria, viruses, protozoa, algae, fungi. So I am repeating: bacteria, viruses, protozoa, algae, and fungi. Bacteria, viruses, protozoa, algae, and fungi. So these are the 5 major groups of microorganisms that we have to study. Now here, if you see on page number 26, bacteria. First you take the topic bacteria. Now bacteria are very small. Bacteria are very small and the simplest living organism. They are very simple. Even in the body also, even in the environment also you will get it. So here different shapes regarding their structure, their shapes. Bacteria are divided into 4 types. First is bacilli, cocci, vibrio, and spirilli. That all things we have discussed. So here the bacilli having a rod-shaped bacteria, that is Escherichia coli. So here I can write E into coli. Generally, this bacteria E. coli, Escherichia coli. So they are found in the human stomach. Human stomach. They are found in human stomach. Now here also the problem there. If bacteria are dangerous for us, then why they are available in the human stomach? The question is that. If you are able to reply me, you can. So here the stomach, that is the main part for the digestion. So Escherichia coli help in the digestion. Whichever food we are having, whatever we are eating, so that will be digested by this E. coli. So E. coli, they are the special bacteria that will make the food particles into the smaller one. So what they will do, they will make it into the simpler form. So that is why Escherichia coli is helpful in the digestion of the food, and indigestion of the food, absorption also, indigestion also, even digestion also. So that's why Escherichia coli are very crucial as the numbers are concerned, because the number also does matter. If the numbers are increasing, then you may have diarrhea, you may have vomiting. Okay, so that is also possible. If the numbers are decreasing, means your digestion is not proper. So we are not able to digest the food properly. So here also that can be possible. So if numbers are equal, if numbers are appropriate, then it will make the smooth digestion. So that's why the bacteria Escherichia coli will help in the digestion of the food in the smooth process. And next, that is cocci. That is a spherical bacteria. You can see the diagram also. You can see it. That is a Streptococcus pneumoniae, Streptococcus pneumoniae, and Vibrio, that is a comma-shaped bacteria. Only comma there. This type of comma there. This type of comma-shaped bacteria. And example we can take, that is Vibrio cholerae. Vibrio cholerae. And Spirilla, that is a spiral-shaped bacteria. So they have spiral-shaped structure. An example is Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum. You can see the textbook also, page number 26 I am talking about. Now here, on the basis of their function, the bacteria are divided into two. They are divided into two. First is aerobic bacteria. And second is anaerobic. Aerobic bacteria and anaerobic bacteria. A for aerobic, A for anaerobic. So aerobic bacteria and anaerobic bacteria. Now aerobic means what? Just see in the textbook you will get to know. Aerobic means the process will be done. The bacteria need oxygen for their growth are called aerobic. The bacteria which need oxygen for growth are called aerobic, means they require oxygen. In presence of oxygen, process will be done. So here they call as aerobic bacteria. So for their growth, the bacteria require oxygen for their growth. So that is called aerobic bacteria. Now here they do not require. Anaerobic bacteria do not require, even in absence of oxygen, without oxygen, they will make food. So that's why they are called anaerobic bacteria. And generally we are having two types of organisms. That is, first you will take I think this is clear, so I am erasing this. So here aerobic bacteria, so they are called autotrophic. And another type of organism, they are called heterotrophic. Second is heterotrophic. Okay, so autotrophic means what? They are preparing their own food. So here the some bacteria which survive the mode of nutrition in bacteria, that is autotrophic, means they prepare their own food. They prepare their own material. So that is autotrophic. Auto means itself they prepare their food. Heterotrophic means that depends on other. Some bacteria depends on other for the food. So they are called as heterotrophic. And heterotrophic in the 10th standard you will study. There are different type of heterotrophic. In that we have saprophytes and another that is parasites. Two type of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So that is saprophytic and parasitic. So that you will study in 10th standard. So right now you remember autotrophic and heterotrophic. Auto means what? They prepare their own food. Itself they prepare their food. And heterotrophic means they depends on other for the food. So that is heterotrophic. And bacteria generally reproduce by binary fission. So their reproduction cycle, that is binary fission. Now binary fission means what? Suppose one bacteria. This is one bacteria. The binary fission means they will split. They will form two another copies of bacteria. So from the two, again they form four. So multiple copies they form. Again from the four, they will form 8, 8 to 16, 16 to 128, like 64, then 128. Means within 1 minute, the multiplication cycle of bacteria is 1000 times. Okay, so 1000 in 1 minute, the one bacteria multiply into 1000 different types of bacteria. So there is a multiplicative cycle. So here, that is a multiplicative cycle of bacteria. 2 into 4, 4 into 8, 8 into 16, like that. So means they will multiply. So this is about the bacteria. Now next topic we are discussing. So here you will be clear about aerobic bacteria, anaerobic bacteria, autotrophic, heterotrophic, binary fission. It is a reproductive cycle. Okay, reproduction word you are very much familiar. So here in bacteria they are using the process that is a binary fission. So means cells will be divided, cells will be multiplied. So this is about the bacteria. Now another topic we are discussing, that we will discuss right now. So that is viruses. Now viruses are very common. We are familiar with the viruses. Now there is a big question of whole world, that is about virus. Viruses. Now viruses are very dangerous compared to other 4 types of microorganisms. Viruses are very dangerous. Very dangerous. Viruses are very dangerous compared to bacteria, fungi, algae and protozoa. So viruses are very dangerous among these 4. So that's why virus means poison. Virus means poisonous liquid. If you see in the textbook, you will get to know. Virus means poisonous liquid, and viruses are the smallest microorganism, and size ranges from 20 to 300 millimicrometer. Millimicrometer, they are very small as compared to the microorganisms also, even bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoa. So they are very small. Viruses are very small as compared to other 4 types of microorganisms. And generally, if we talk about the virus have a dual characteristics. Dual characteristics. Dual means what? What is the meaning of dual? Dual means both characteristics. Once they are outside the body, they are non-living. Once they are outside the body, they are non-living. Once they enter to the body, they work as a living organism. So that's why the viruses are considered as dual characteristics. Dual characteristics means what? Dual word we are utilizing for living and non-living. When the virus, here also virus there. Here also virus there. At your home also virus there. Everywhere virus there. But they are outside the body. They are not entered in our body. So that time they are non-living. Now, if you have any injury, if you have any disease or any problem to your immune system is what? That is a response against the microorganisms. So fighting against the microorganisms. All have the powerful immune system. So immune system is not able to fight with the viruses. Then what will happen? The virus will enter to the body. And they form one host. H-O-S-T. Host. Host means house for the virus. They make one house in the body. When they enter in our body, so that time they work as a living. So now that cycle will start. So that is the replicative cycle. That's what I am using. The replicative cycle will start of virus. So what When they are outside the body, they are neutral. They are just behave like a good student, very obedient, very innocent and obedient student. But when they come to the body, they become a king. They become center of the body. So then what they will do, whatever they decide in the house, they can do. Okay? So here, by keeping this example in your mind, when viruses are outside the body, they are good. They are very honest, we can say, very obedient. When they enter to the body, so they are become a king. So they become a king, and then they can do anything with our immune system, with our organism. So like the same way, the coronavirus, you are aware, corona. So this word nowadays we afraid, corona. And all people on the earth, on the world, they are afraid about this word, corona. Now here also, it's a deadly virus that affect to our respiratory system, and they block the alveoli. Even 7th standard you might have studied, that is the respiratory system. That is they are blocking the air, oxygen supply there stop, so that's why the people die. Okay, that is very common, but there are some precautions, there are some measurements, so we can survive. That's why we are in mask, and we are sanitizing our hands, we are having safety measurements, and then we will survive. And most important thing to prevent this type of virus, please improve the immunity. We must have to improve the immunity power. Immunity power must be improved, and this can be done by healthy food. This can be done by healthy food only, otherwise it is not possible. So healthy food, we must have to eat the citrus fruit. And suppose we are having fruits like apple, oranges, then grapes, means citrus fruit we have to eat, and healthy food. Healthy food we are not telling that burger, pizza, and that are healthy food. No. So at home, the things which is made, the food which is cooked at our home, so that we call only healthy food. The pulses and other things that make our body immune. So immune means what? Fight against the microorganisms. Any virus will come or any bacteria will come to the body. So that time our immunity is strong, we will able to fight against them. Otherwise it's very difficult. If not, we are not able to fight against them, we will be affected by different diseases. Okay, so that must be done. So here nowadays we are facing this problem. So then also all will be survived by improving their immunity. Okay, if you want to improve your immunity, we must have to have healthy food. So this is about the virus and different examples of virus. That is a vaccinia virus, influenza virus, HIV virus. I am talking about HIV virus. Please all students see here. HIV virus. HIV virus is also one of the danger virus, poisonous virus, HIV, and some of the students are familiar about HIV/AIDS also. HIV/AIDS. Okay, so here HIV virus is very dangerous virus, and that cause the disease, that is AIDS. Now, full form I am writing, that is human, I for human immunodeficiency virus, that is deficiency. Please make note of it. When you see this video, please make note of it. Human immunodeficiency virus. And AIDS full form writing, that is acquired deficiency, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, so this is the full form HIV/AIDS. HIV means what? Human immunodeficiency virus. AIDS means what? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Please remember, HIV, human immunodeficiency syndrome. D is not there here, but it's a full name. Human immunodeficiency. Human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus, and AIDS, that is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, this is a HIV is a virus. When virus will enter to our body, there are different means it can be entered that we will study in 10th standard. Right now I will just collect the information regarding this, and when this HIV enter to the body, that will affect to our genital organs. Okay, that I am speaking. So genital organs will affect, and that disease we call as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So it is disease related to our reproductive system. So then it neutralizes the effect of our immunity. So when we are immunization, so then this will be affected while we are suffering by this virus there. Okay, so next we will discuss. Before that, I want to tell you some of the viruses name. That is influenza virus, vaccinia virus, HIV virus, and polio virus. This polio, दो बूंद जिंदगी के लिए, you know this, ना? Amitabh Bachchan when coming to the advertisement, so that time he is always telling दो बूंद जिंदगी के लिए. So that polio virus. So that is the main thing, main discussion regarding the viruses. So that is here HIV/AIDS. HIV is a virus and AIDS is a disease. And another you can, if you want to mention about this viruses, you can mention the coronavirus also. Okay. Now next topic I am going to discuss after the bacterial virus. So that topic is about algae. So today we will try to complete this all types of microorganisms. So next is algae. So after virus is algae. Algae. Now algae is what? They are a group of similar plants. So algae is a group of simple plants, and algae in Latin means seaweeds. Generally algae you will get in water, and they are simple type of plants, and they are varying size, different shapes, and they are having different habitat. So some are having a single cell, some are unicellular, some are multicellular, and that can be seen under the microscope only. So if they are single cell, we will use microscope for the visualization. So that is about algae, and different examples. So here one characteristic of algae: they don't have roots, they don't have stem, and they don't have leaves. That is a best characteristic for the identification of algae. And different example, if you see on page number 26, there is a Chlamydomonas, seaweeds, and Spirogyra. So Spirogyra. Okay, so generally this is called leaf in Gujarati, if you know this. So this is Spirogyra. We have slide also. When you come to the school, I will show you also. So different examples of algae. That is Chlamydomonas. That is a round shape. This type of shapes are there. Round. And if you see Spirogyra, they have this type of shape. Means they will give like this. And next is the volvox. Another type of algae there, that is volvox. So this is about the algae. The next fungi. Next is fungi. And after that we will discuss fungi, and after that protozoa. So fungi and protozoa. Now fungi is what? It's a food. Generally we are telling that fungi means food. So fungi is a group of diverse organisms that lack of chlorophyll. In algae, there is a presence of chlorophyll, but in fungi, chlorophyll is not there. Most of the plants they have chlorophyll because they have to prepare their own food. And we'll take example of chlorophyll, that is algae. But in fungi, so chlorophyll is not there. So they generally grow in dark, warm and moist condition. Whenever the moist condition there, whenever the humidity is more, so that time this type of fungi will grow easily. And here they are unicellular also, they are multicellular also. So examples we have yeast, mold, that is another, if you know that it is mushroom. Then penicillium. Penicillium is a fungi and penicillin is a vaccine, antibody, the antibiotic we are using. So that is yeast, mold and mushroom. Mushroom, you know that this is a umbrella type of shape. So that is mushroom. So mushroom generally, so fungi, best example is mushroom. Mushroom. Okay, so here mushroom, they are the umbrella type of shape. That is a cat toe. The umbrella, if you know that generally in monsoon season, monsoon season will get it. When the rain is more, that time you will see on the road side. So this type of structure of mushroom you will see. Okay, that is there. Now last, that is a protozoa. Protozoa means the first animal. Protozoa, the word indicate first animal. Protozoa means first animal, and they are in the group of Protista. 9th standard will come the classification of animals, classification of plants. So in that you will study. They are in the group of Protista. They are found in the ponds, lakes, rivers, and means they are aquatic, even in the sea and damp soil. The protozoa are either saprophytic or parasitic. So sometimes they depend on others, sometimes they are parasitic, will harm to others. And Euglena is an exceptional. Euglena, that is unicellular, but Euglena is not harming to others. So that is also protozoa, and it contains chlorophyll. So algae contains chlorophyll, and protozoa contains chlorophyll and can prepare their own food. So here protozoa can prepare their own food, algae can prepare their own food. These two can prepare their own food. But fungi, they are not able to, viruses also not able to, bacteria also not able to. So only algae and protozoa, they are having chlorophyll. That's why they are able to make their own food. But fungi, viruses and bacteria, they are lack of chlorophyll, means they are not able to prepare their own food. Examples of protozoa, that is amoeba, paramecium, euglena, trypanosoma. Okay, so these are the examples of protozoa. So amoeba there, paramecium, euglena and trypanosoma. So these are the examples of protozoa. Now remaining topic, the useful microorganism. Just I am telling you the brief introduction of useful of microorganism. Before that I want to revise it. So here the types of the 5 major groups of microorganisms. First, bacteria. Second, that is viruses. Third is protozoa. Fourth is algae, and fifth is fungi. So this is one, virus second, BV and puff. How to remember this? BV puff. Okay, easy. Bacteria, viruses, protozoa, algae and fungi. Example here, bacteria, we can take amoeba also we can take bacteria we can take Escherichia coli. Best example we can take Escherichia coli, E. coli. Okay, viruses generally we can take HIV/AIDS, then coronavirus, poliovirus, vaccinia virus. Then here protozoa, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, trypanosoma examples. Then algae, chlamydomonas, spirogyra, and fungi. We can take example of yeast, mushroom. Okay, and their characteristics, how to remember them, and their size also. Now next we are discussing that is useful microorganisms. First, microorganisms are useful in the making of food. So then only food is getting ripened. So making of food items, the microorganisms are very useful. So in that, if you know that the milk convert into curd with the help of lactobacillus bacteria. So making of food items, in that also microorganisms helpful. Second, they are using commercial uses, means in the factory. So in the factory also this type of bacteria are helpful. In the fermentation process. Fermentation process also bacteria are useful, and in that commercial uses, the fermentation process, if you see on page number 27, page number 28, you will say the fermentation. Fermentation. The word is given, and the scientist who find that is Louis. That is Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur. So name of the scientist, Louis Pasteur. The fermentation process. Fermentation is an industrial process. Remember that the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol by the action of microbes like yeast is called fermentation, and that is given by Louis Pasteur. Fermentation process, the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol by microbes like yeast, it is called fermentation. So it is a conversion of sugar to alcohol with the help of microbes, and microbes we can take yeast. So here fermentation process for the yeast. Yeast is a type of fungi. Okay, here fungi. Yeast is a fungi. So fermentation process, and another thing that is a medicinal use. Bacteria nowadays used in the medicines also. So there for them we are making vaccines. And next is increasing soil fertility. Then all things we will discuss in detail. Right now just an overview of these uses of the microorganisms. So you will go through it. In coming video I will ask some of the questions from this. And next last is cleaning the environment. So these are the 5 uses. First is making of food items. Second is commercial use, fermentation process. Medicinal use, vaccines and that. Increasing the soil fertility, the manure and other things, and cleaning the environment. So in that also bacteria are useful. So these are the some topics regarding this chapter number 2. Microorganisms, find and four. Microbes, what are microbes? What are microorganisms? The types of microorganisms, the discovery of the microorganisms. Then another we discuss, that is where do organisms found, where do organisms live, then major groups of the microorganisms, and this recently we discussed in briefly, that is useful of microorganisms. So these are the topics, and remaining topics we are continuing in the coming video. Please all the students hereby requesting, we will have a dictation of chapter 1 and 2. That I will inform you, and we will send a message also today your dictation or tomorrow your dictation On YouTube I will inform you, or even I will inform you in the group. And when I will conduct the dictation, send your copy on this PDF file on the WhatsApp. And another important thing, chapter 1, hard words and exercise. Please make the PDF file once again and send me on personal WhatsApp number. So this carry 10 marks. So on the 10 marks I will give you marks. So out of 10 marks, if you are submitting regularly, so that I will give you full marks. So please see the video carefully. So whichever I am mentioning in the video, please follow it, because it's a main point of view of your marks. So this is the end of this video, and the coming video will continue with another topic, that is harmful of microorganisms. Even I will ask you questions from these topics. So from the next video I will ask questions, and when you see this video, dictation is important. And another thing that is important for your chapter number 1, exercise and hard words. And some of the students, they have written chapter number 2, hard words also. Even they have written some of the answers. That's good. I appreciate them. And some of the students like Nivi there, Gisha there. So many students are there. They are sending their PDF file, even photos with the good handwriting on my WhatsApp, and I have given them marks also. Those are submitted, they got marks. And once again I am requesting, please send the copy, so then I can give you marks, otherwise I will keep tests. So thank you, have a nice day. Please see this video. When you see this video, keep your textbook with you and see the content which is there in the textbook. And some extra information I am giving you, because that you will not get in the textbook. Okay, so that can be done. So thank you, have a nice day. See you. Thank you.